Incineroar is the GOAT of VGC, with a great stat pool and a great ability, Intimidate. That is why he's so viable. To lower the attacks of opponents and just get the fake outs off so they cannot move for one turn, and a parting shot to even lower their stats. But I hear you. You are tired of facing it, or even using it yourself. Well, I have got a Pokemon in mind, and someone commented in my Apollyon video from last time. It is Krookodile. Krookodile has also the ability Intimidate. In this video, I will make a Krookodile team, based around Krookodile. We're gonna find out if he's an attacker, a support Pokemon, or just a general all-around Pokemon. Note to yourself, this video explains the process how I build of meta teams with Pokemon that you like and Pokemon that you love and Pokemon that are your favorites. If you are very new to VGC, I suggest you go play some first and get to at least Ultra Ball or Master Ball tier to get that feeling about how to play. And there are tons of other YouTubers out there who teach you how to play. Because team building takes time and takes a lot of skill. That was the disclaimer. But how do we build around Krookodile? Sure, it got Intimidate, but I can see in this meta, does Intimidate matter? We have White Herb Sneasler and we have King Gambit who has Defiant, an ability that raises your attack once another stat is lowered, so it initially gets one stage further in attack. Is it worth it? Well, that's the question. My answer to is yes. We first have to look at Krookodile's weaknesses, of course. So these are Krookodile's stats. It's a bit of an all-around Pokemon. Not anything amazing, but also it's not bad. In this meta at least. I was thinking about the speed stat of Krookodile. It is very fast, but can it outspeed even certain Pokemon? Okay, so what we can see, in this time of the Pokemon Champions ladder, we see Sneasler and Incineroar who are still number 1 and number 2. Sneasler can just one-shot KO us with close combat if we don't watch out, and Incineroar can lower us attack stat even more, so we don't do damage at all. Then there's King Gambit at 4th. King Gambit is a Pokemon who really loves Intimidate. So, that is also weak to it. The next Pokemon is Basque Region. Of course, we can Intimidate it, but I don't think we should calculate for a Wave Crash, because that's just too niche for this Pokemon. We also have Rain. Rain is a bit of a hard matchup, because what can Krookodile do about it? Because we have Knockoff, and we have Pelipper, who is a flying type, so it doesn't do anything at all. And then there's the Floette. Floette with the fairy typing, and fairy typing in general is very scary for Krookodile. We need coverage for fairy types, we need coverage for Sneasler and Intimidate cycle spam. That's what we're looking out for. We also need to look out for water types, because water types, there's a Milotic going around in the meta right now. And Milotic should be a scary Pokemon. Not only can it one-hit KOs with Scald, it is so bulky we cannot one-hit KO with high horsepower of Earthquake. What do we do against it? I was thinking of one set, but first let's look at the options of the moves we have. We have Earthquake, high horsepower, knockoff, lash out, and some other great coverage moves. I believe it also learns Rock Slide. This should be helpful for the Sun matchups in terms of Charizard Y. Now that I know this, I thought of a set of a Choice Scarf. Okay, hear me out in this one. Why Choice Scarf? Well, I thought with Mega Delphox, who has Heat Wave, Psy Shock, Anchor and Protect, who's mega fast, can hit opponents very hard. And because it has the Levitate ability, I can safely spam Earthquake next to it. So if I have a Sneasler around me who thinks he's faster, then I can easily just Earthquake or high horsepower it and KO it. We go with Earthquake, high horsepower, knockoff, because knockoff is a great move, it knocks the item off, and okay, hear me out. I went with Gunk Shot. Why Gunk Shot? Well, Gunk Shot allows us to hit fairy types. Because I always try to test the teams, I try to test and play how it feels. Because I think I cannot get your team without me actually trying or playing it. I think that's a bit foolish of me. But while playing, I was gonna say, is we see Gunk Shot one-hitting KOing Gardevoirs, one-hitting KOing throw it. This is just a last resort. I'm not saying you should do Gunk Shot every time. This is just a last resort if you're in a position that you need to press it. And it's your only out. Because I don't like 80% accuracy moves. With this core, I think this is the main core. But we still have some answers. What if they are White Herb Sneasler? Well, I think Whimsicott will be a really good Pokemon. With Moonblast Tailwind, I want to go with Encore, but I also have Encore on the Delphox. So I'm gonna go with Fake Tears. When I think in a position where Delphox and Whimsicott can get together, and then Fake Tears will just hit really hard. But Tailwind should be our main Pokemon, so if we have Tailwind, then we can just high horsepower it, and with Choice Scarf, we always outspeed. I will also go over in the stats in a minute. Why we outspeed? Well, I'm gonna look at the stats now. We are 19 in speed, which means we are hit 196 speed, which allows us to outspeed Scarf Basculation, Frostlass and Sneasels as well. And I think outspeeding Basculation and knocking it off and fainting it with knockoff will be really good. And the rest goes in attack. I put all in attack because I want this to be a sweeper, and the rest goes in bulk to survive actually some hits. Now that we have that answer out of the way, I still need a few more Pokemons. Who can I add? I still have that water weakness, especially with Krookodile and Delphox. I know we have Whimsicott, but it doesn't run a grass move in this set. So what do? I thought of the Decidueye Hisui with Leaf Blade, Triple Arrows, Sucker Punch, Protect and Scope Lens. Now I put these EVs in. Why these EVs? They are random EVs. Attack is just for attack, the bulk is for the bulk, like 1 in the defense and 1 in special defense allows me to hit more things, rather than 2 in HP. And then the speed. The speed is to outspeed Basculegions in Tailwind. With Tailwind, we can easily one-shot with Leaf Blade, and Scope Lens allows us to be a 50-50 on whether we crit or not with Leaf Blade and Triple Arrows. Also the Triple Arrows, also the Decidueye is really good in the King Gambit matchups at the moment. So I'll take you that. We see a lot of Chople Berries, but I think with the Scrappy ability also allows us to hit ghost types. It is a really good Pokemon at the moment. Well, I want Ascension with Earthquake. Now that we know what Mega we have, I don't want any more Megas. Why? Because Levitate is too important to have. And I know another Pokemon with Levitate, Rotom Wash. This allows us to Will-O-Wisp opponents. And with a speed stat with Timid of 18, I outspeed Tyranitar's Megas without Tailwind. So it is a bit specific, but I think it works really well with all the matchups as well. And the rest I put in bulk and 1 in special attack to do some damage, you know. I need 1 more Pokemon, and that's a flying type. And not only that, I need a Pokemon with a synergy for the fairy typings. I thought of Corviknight, the perfect Pokemon. It can hit an EQ next to it, and it can also Iron Head with Brave Bird, have a great coverage for the rest of the team. And with Body Press, we have another fighting move for the King Gambits. Mail Armor is also a super nice ability. We are full in bulk, no attack, just full bulk. And there we have it. We have now made our team. We go into together and we win a few matches. I actually won a few matches. I'm now higher than I was at before this. I am now at a 970 rating. I played out 6 matches. I won 4 and lost 2. Well, I can say to myself, I love the team and I want to share it with you. So here's the replica code, and don't forget, this team is not to be like the best player that ever was. I think if you want the best player, you gotta go with meta teams. But this seems like fun, and this seems like improving your team building skills. If you can make this better, please try to make it better. I know you can make it better, but just playing more than me. I want to make as much teams as possible because I love to do that. But I cannot spend entire weeks building one team. I spent a lot of time making this team. Till now it works out. It can also be that it doesn't work out. That's also fine. For now it works out. And that is why Krookodile can be a better Pokemon than Incineroar at the moment. No fake out, no parting shot, no flare blitz, no darkest lariat, but just the old-fashioned knockoff, and we have Intimidate cycles. And we are so fast we can actually sweep opponents with Krookodile. I love this Pokemon. It's also a favorite Pokemon of a friend of mine, and I think it works out really well. So there you have it. If you want to see me play and showcase the team, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because then I will know that you like the video and I will showcase the team. And also leave a comment what you want to see next for a specific Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon? Do you want a guide for that? I really want to thank you for the support lately, and if you haven't seen that Pokemon video, it is right here on screen right now. I will see you there. Have a lovely day and have a lovely team building session, and have fun on the ladder. Take care.